For a while, it seemed like something was missing from the NBA. Even though skill and talent is at an all-time high, the edge, the emotion and urgency, and the intensity from an average NBA game just seemed to be at an all-time low. But now it seems like the NBA is starting to get back to how it was in the early 2010s. The NBA is really starting to care about basketball again. And at the root of it all, it's the players. At the end of the day, these are the guys that are on the floor giving us the product that we see on TV night in and night out. If they don't show the effort and the competitiveness, then we don't get a good basketball product. When you got guys already in the league like Anthony Edwards, Victor Wembanyama, you got guys coming into the league, AJ DeBonsta, and although people don't really like his antics, Tyrann Stokes, these guys are just wired differently. They want to be the best and they don't really care if you like them. They know in order to be the best, they have to get through the best. And the only way to do that is to always have that competitive edge in your brain. Over this weekend, we watched the San Antonio Spurs go up against the Oklahoma City Thunder in the semifinal cup game. And man, honestly, that is probably the best game of the regular season so far. Maybe right behind the opening night Houston Rockets OKC Thunder game. But Victor Wembanyama comes back leading up to it. He's talking his shit. And I love it. In every interview, everything, he's talking his shit. Even going as far to say that he is the best player in the world when he is on the floor. And whether you believe he's the best player in the world or not, this is amazing for basketball. This is the kind of mentality that honestly I wish every single guy 1 through 15 on all 30 NBA teams, I wish they all had this mindset. When you look back at the league, man, we really had dogs. Kobe, Kevin Garnett, even back around that early 2010s, Bron James, he was a dog. Dwayne Wade, dogs. And all these guys, man, they were cool off the court. But once it was on court, it's kill time. Whoever you see in front of you, it's going to be a battle. It don't matter. We just went to dinner last night. When we get on this court, I don't know you and I don't like you. And that's the kind of mentality that we need in the NBA. Another clear sign that the NBA is getting back to its roots is team rivalries. It seemed like for a while that we just hadn't had any real team rivalries. I mean, like, obviously you have like the interdivision rivalries kind of thing, like the Bucks and the Pacers and that kind of thing, but it just never really seemed like real, like these teams hated each other. But now, especially in the past 2 to 3 years, and specifically in the Eastern Conference, it's just been some really good basketball coming from teams that seem like they truly hate each other. We're seeing teams get back to circling games on their calendar, seeing players remember who knocked them out in the playoffs last year, who embarrassed them, who talked trash to them. We're seeing them remember all of that. Just like in the early 2010s, when every single playoff series felt like it was personal. Every single playoff series felt like it was the NBA Finals, honestly, because these teams just hated each other that much. And we're starting to get some of that back with Indiana and Detroit, Milwaukee and Detroit, Milwaukee and Indiana. And truth be told, a lot of teams hate Indiana over there in the East. But we're starting to see even these regular season games go down to the wire, have competitiveness, be physical, and I mean, it's just an amazing thing to watch on a typical Wednesday night basketball game. And quiet as it's kept, I also think the NBA Cup has a major reason to do with this, at least with the existing players in the league. Not so much the people that are coming in, but the players that are in the league right now. I think the NBA Cup gives us a stretch of regular season games where games really, really matter, not just for the standings, but for some pride. And obviously they're playing for money, but you know what I'm saying, for a little bit of pride. You can see how teams play. The defensive intensity improves, the attention to detail on the offensive end improves, and I mean, just overall, even though some of these games are obviously going to be blowouts because there's still bad teams in the league, but when you get games like the Cavs against the Celtics, and you get like the Lakers versus the Spurs a couple nights ago, you look at this NBA Cup and you say, this is really good for the quality of basketball in the NBA. And don't get me wrong, this video is more centered towards the NBA, but it's not just the NBA. I believe basketball as a whole is shifting back towards that more competitive nature. Like I said, with AJ DeBonsta, there's multiple interviews of him saying he's playing up to get better, play against older competition, play against better competition, and he's playing against all the top guys in EYBL and all these camps. Cooper Flag, he reclassed up so that he could see better competition in order to prepare him for the NBA. And like I said, Tyran Stokes, I know a lot of people want to make fun of his antics and say he maybe does too much. And honestly, I love it. I see it as a passion for the game. He loves basketball and he loves being the best. And he's going to show you he's the best in whatever way that he feels he can express himself. He's going to express himself that he's the best high school player in basketball. And I believe it. I just think that the overall conversation is changing in these basketball locker rooms from high school all the way up, from, that too cool and trying to be nonchalant attitude to now like, okay, let's hoop. Let's go whoop these guys' ass. Like, let's really go hoop. And you're seeing how that's impacting not only the NBA, but basketball in general. And I feel like this is only the beginning of this new regime and the new generation. And I feel like maybe in another 5 to 10 years, we gonna see that competitive basketball just like it was in the early 2010s. Yeah, man. The NBA is starting to care again. Rivalries are getting real. Players are coming in hungry. These games, they actually have some meaning to them. And the generation keeps pushing the way that it is. We might be going into one of the most competitive eras in basketball that we've seen, especially over the last decade. Let me know what you think. Do you think that the NBA is getting back to it? Or is it just a small moment in time? This has been Corey from Between 94, and I'm out.